Dr. Lamb, it's been a year and a half since I started working for you, and as you know, I view this as a huge blessing in my life, and it's blessed me to work for a man like you, to work with people like the staff that you put together, to work with your mother, to see an amazing woman who raised an incredible son is inspiring to me to have that affirmation that you can raise boys, because I have 2 boys, as you know, that grow into incredible men. And I want to thank you for this trip. I'm a reflective kind of person, and while I have loved my time here with everyone, I'm going to reflect on it, and it's going to become more and more meaningful to me as time goes on. And I'm going to thank you for that. And one of the things that I admire about you is I have not seen a man run a business with such integrity, such love and passion like you, other than my own father. And it's very touching to me, and just to be a part of that means so much to me. So thank you, and I don't want to go home.
I want to thank Dr. Lamb and Mrs. Lamb for their immense generosity inviting all of us to New York. Thank you very much for all the time that you put on Dr. Lamb organizing this fabulous trip. I came to know New York in a very different way, and I'm just so blessed for that. I also want to thank you because you let me be part of a group of women that all of them are so interesting. And I want to thank you because I know I am incorporated to this wonderful family. I am not alone anymore in Plano, and I have all these relatives with me. And I'm sorry I couldn't pronounce Hudson. And I just said Houston and B-Way. I adore you both and everybody.
Ready. This has been so amazing, so wonderful, so fun, and I'm so proud to be part of this team. Mrs. Carroll treated us like her daughters, and I saw this weekend how we all treated each other as sisters, took care of each other. And on my first night, everyone was accommodating. I forgot my cleanser, my favorite, and at midnight they took it as their mission to find me a drugstore so I could get my cleanser. I don't know, I'm about to cry. And that was just so sweet. And when I had to go to the bathroom again, not even pregnant, they took the time to make that their mission and take me to the bathroom. But it was just that everybody, we changed groups, we switched people, but it didn't matter who we were with. We all worked together and took care of each other, even when we were lost. And I just say thank you so much. It was so wonderful. And I love you guys.
Dr. and Mrs. Lamb, I just cannot express enough gratefulness to you. It's not just your unmeasurable generosity, but also the joy that you showed by giving us this generous trip, vacation, group, family group experience that will last a lifetime. You have created a wonderful memory, but the joy that you exhibited by giving this, making this possible to us, was an incredible gift on top of everything else. Everything about this trip was full of wonderful surprises. I couldn't have imagined any more. I could have asked for any more. Everything I've even subconsciously dreamt of, you made come true on this trip. Thank you so much for everything. The mini marathon around New York was awesome. With all my different hiking partners, I had different partners on different days, different hours of the days. It was great with each and every one of them. And one thing that stuck out to me was the liberty I felt at everything we did, and especially the liberty we had the first night we were here, Friday night. I haven't experienced this in a couple of decades, walking around downtown late at night, and you have energy with people from all around the world, great festivities, having fun, everybody's pleasant, everybody loves to be there, where downtown becomes your living room, and you really live. You live in the city you are in. It's not just a city, it's your living room. You live, you feel global. I have missed that feeling for decades, and you made it come true, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything to both of you, Dr. and Mrs. Lamb. It's just been the most marvelous experience, and I thank you most of all for all the liberating emotional experiences and everything I've had on this trip. And God bless you abundantly and beyond and above everything from all my heart.
Okay, I'm going to start by saying I kind of wrote a big novel.
Go for it. Go, just go.
4 pages. Anyway, personally, what New York did for me made me realize that, the world is a much bigger place. The world doesn't center around me, and it's very hard sometimes to keep that in mind, very hard to not be selfish. I saw the highs in New York, I saw the lows in New York. Ground zero, huge impact on me. I even took the time to text message my husband and tell him how overwhelming it was. Anyway, that was for me personally. As a group, you realize exactly, that the people you care about that can't tell you every single day that they do care about you. They love you, and being together in a group brought everybody so much closer together as a family. True love was demonstrated. And we have the best team to work for. We have a sisterhood. We have sacrifices. Sisterhood and brotherhood, because Dr. Lamb's in there too, so that kind of thing. But you belong. You feel like you belong. As far as the Lambs go, Dr. Lamb, Mrs. Lamb, I would never have experiences that you have given me through this year that I've been here. Many eye-opening experiences, many things that never would have occurred in my life had I not had the pleasure of working with and meeting such great people, such indescribable people, you can't say. I've got many cherished memories already in the year I've been here. Not quite a year, but almost a year. And St. Patrick's meant a lot to me. The cathedral was beautiful. Everybody waited for us while we went and said our prayers and, made our sacrifice, bared our souls to the Lord. My sacrifices that I have, people that helped me. Linda gave me a toiletries case, suitcase. She was always waiting for me, making sure I was with the group. Darla, she told me so many times how much I meant to her, how much I meant to the practice. She helped me in more ways than she knows. Beth, she and I bonded. We're a lot more alike. She's standing right there. We're so much more alike than we realized we ever were, and we're so far apart we don't ever get that bonding time. So this 3 days was vital for that. Connie let Lynn and I have the good beds, and she sacrificed and slept on the cot, even though we offered to let her have a good bed, and she's just phenomenal for that, because I know that cot could not have been near as comfortable as the good beds we had. Constance sat with me while I got my foot rubbed. She was concerned for my safety. She didn't want me to be alone, and she knew it because St. Patrick's Cathedral, that was something that she and I needed to do together. That was a good bonding for us. Diane showed instant love and instant care for me. The minute we got on the plane in DFW, she says, "Are you okay?" Many, many times throughout the trip, she asked me that. Bossy showed me that being a pregnant woman in a big city is not easy, and she handled it with finesse, never complained. She sacrificed her feeling good, or herself, to have a good time, make sure everybody else had a good time. And Mina listened to my spiritual story. She enjoyed my story about St. Patrick's Cathedral. Did make fun of me for crying at the overwhelming spirituality of it. And Dr. Lamb, last but not least, I have to give you huge credit for putting up with 10 women for 3 full days in New York. And of course, Mrs. Lamb, it would never be possible without you giving birth to such a wonderful, such a talented, such a beautiful person as Dr. Lamb and Vina. And so I'm going to try to get through this whole thing. I said I was going to do it without crying, and I'm looking at Beth and I'm laughing now, so that's good, because I'm going to cry now, so thank you.
Dr. Lamb.